Hello everyone and welcome back to my opinion. This is my second SA20 preview video. This video will be featuring two teams. The first team being the runner-up for the previous season, the Sunrisers Eastern Cape, and then the runner-up for the season before that being the Durban Supergiants. Let's get into this preview video. Starting off with Sunrisers. They made 5 combined pre-signings and retentions, a retained player being Tristan Stubbs, Marco Janssen being picked as the wildcard entry, and the pre-signings being Johnny Bairstow, Allah Gazanfar, and Adam Milne. I thought signing these 5 players was very good from their point of view. And now the auction, Quinton de Kock for 2.4 million, Matthew Bretzke for 6.1, Anrik Nokia for 5 million, but off late, I don't know where he's been playing cricket. He's been injured for a long while. I've not seen him play more than 3 or 4 matches in a row for quite some period of time. So they've signed him for 5 million. Have they got the backups of that quality or somewhere near there? I don't know. So we'll have to see how that goes. I think 5 million for injury-prone player, I think is a bit of a gamble, despite he has got the class and pedigree. Senaran Muthuswamy for 1.5 million, Patrick Kruger, Luthor Sipambla, Mitchell Van Buren is a finisher, Jordan Herman, more of a top-order batsman, Bear Swanepoel, James Coles is a good all-rounder, someone who can bat in the top 6 and bowls left-arm spin, Chris Wood, fast bowler, Lewis Gregory, CJ King, and JP King. And now looking at their playing 11, before I read out of the possible 11, Johnny Bairstow and Allah Gazanfar have signed with MI Emirates to play in the IoT20. I don't know how many matches they'd missed. Pretend they miss half of the league phase. Has this team got the backups to replace them? I don't think so. Maybe they'll sign players if when that happens, just for the matches that they aren't available. But at this point in time, I don't know how they do because there are many leagues going on at the same time. So if everyone is available and if everyone is fit, the 11 could be Quinton de Kock, Matthew Bretzke to open, Jordan Herman number 3, Johnny Bairstow 4, Tristan Stubbs 5, James Coles number 6, Marco Janssen 7, Senaran Muthuswamy number 8, Allah Gazanfar 9, Adam Milne 10, Anrik Nokia 11. If you're looking at the backups, they have got, I think, JP King is a batsman, CJ King is a fast bowler. But looking how short this top 5 is, the only way someone else may play is if Johnny Bairstow goes to fulfill the IoT20 commitment and they don't sign a replacement player, or if he plays ahead of Jordan Herman, who has been doing well. So I think the top 5 looks so short. I think Lewis Gregory may be a conditions-based backup for James Coles, where after playing in a more of a fast-bowling, conducive surface, he can bat at number 6. So you can play either James Coles or Lewis Gregory, depending on conditions. Senaran Muthuswamy is a defensive bowler, and the reason why I'm saying that is because if they don't sign a backup for Allah Gazanfar when he isn't available, then I don't know who they can get to replace him of that quality. Adam Milne is a very good bowler. I've not seen much of Chris Wood, but is he going to be a backup for Adam Milne? I don't know. And then you go Anrik Nokia, where they've got a Bear Swanepoel who bowls decently quickly. CJ King is a fast bowler. Luthor Sipambla is a good bowler, but he's not that quick. So if Anrik Nokia gets injured once again, who's going to be a replacement of that quality? That is a theme thus far. Who's going to be a replacement of that quality? You don't know. CJ King and JP King have been selected in a few of the auctions. I think all the auctions now. And if they get an opportunity, it'd be good to see how they go, to see how more young talent goes in the league. And so for this team, on paper, they've had a good auction if everyone's available. I understand if players sign deals after, let's say, you sign them first, then you may not be able to do much about that. I don't know if that was the case for Bairstow and Gazanfar, but if it was the case and you can't do much about that, if everyone is available for most of the matches, I think this team can qualify. This does look a good team on paper. but especially three players that can, I think, make the difference. Johnny Bairstow, Ala Gazanfar, and Rick Nokia. Can they get replacements for them when those three are not available? If Henrik Nokia is not available, I don't know. I think they can qualify, but there is a bit of precariousness as to where they can get replacements for those three players if it comes down to that. Let's see how they go. And now for the Durban Supergiants. They made only 4 retentions, but those 4 being Noor Ahmed, a retained player, I think Heinrich Clausen, the wildcard signing, and Sunil Narayan and Josh Butler, so 4 match winners. And you're looking at that auction, Quena Parker for 2.3 million, Aidan Markham 14 million. I think he'll captain. Devon Conway 325,000. Jared Kitzier, especially given the pitch conditions at Durban, I'm surprised that they signed him for 7.4 million. David Bellingham 325,000. Marcus Ackerman, a good play. Ethan Bosch is a good swing bowler. They've signed 4 all-rounders, and I'll get to that in a bit. Andile Similane, Dayan Khalium, I think then David Fisa and Evan Jones. Tajul Islam is more of a defensive spinner. I think since Sunil Narayan will be playing the LT20 as well, pretend if he bats at number 8, and I'll get to the combinations of that as well, he could be a defensive spin bowling backup when Narayan isn't playing. Darren DePavilion's a good fast bowler. Gisbert Wega, I don't know much about. So that is their auction. And there are 2 11s that I think are possible because Sunil Narayan, it's been rumored that he's picked up a finger injury, which is why he may not bat at the top of the order much while that injury is there. If he can do so, what I think could be the case is Sunil Narayan, Devon Conway to open, Josh Butler 3, Aidan Markham 4, Heinrich Clausen 5, David Visa 6, Evan Jones 7, Jared Kitzier 8, Ethan Bosch 9, Quena Parker 10, Noor Ahmed 11. So it's a case where you're looking at the backups. Devon Conway, he's not been in form. The one reason why they could have signed him is because given the pitch conditions that everyone else goes aggressively, Devon Conway to be their anchor player. But if his form doesn't pick up, then you've got Tony Zorzi, who's also an opening batsman, so they've got that backup there. Now, this team looks a good team on paper. However, you're looking at the batting. Sunil Narayan, how often, especially with the injury cloud, how often do you think you go into a tournament thinking he's going to score runs? You don't know. Devon Conway not been in form. Heinrich Clausen, after retiring from international cricket, not been the same. David Visa didn't have a great CPL with bat or ball. Evan Jones is a good bowler, he can bowl to death. He's a fast bowling all-rounder. However, he's picked up injuries a lot over the years, the last couple of years. And I think in the last 2 seasons, he hadn't crossed 20 with the bat. Jared Kitzier, given the lengths he bowls, will he be economical in such venues? I don't think so. Ethan Bosch is a good swing bowler, not so much a death bowler. Quena Parker is a very good bowler, has been expensive in T20. So you've got 8 bowling options, 5 seamers. Apart from maybe Ethan Bosch with a new ball, who have you got assurance with these 5 seamers? I don't think so. So you've got Sunil Narayan, Noor Ahmed, and Aidan Markram, where you'd be looking for those to bowl, I think, at least a 10 over chunk in at their home venue or similar conditions. So I think it's with the bowling, definitely there's the fast bowling. It's where I don't think these 5 bowlers that they've picked are they going to win you a game more often than I don't know. And even with the batting, the reason why I mentioned the all-rounders is because, especially if Heinrich Clausen continues not to be the same as he was before, who are the 2 batsmen you're putting your faith on? Josh Butler, Aidan Markram, who after those 2, Clausen 5, if you don't know, then David Visa not been informed, Evan Jones, you don't know who are the backups for those, Dayan Khalium and Andile Similane. Are you strengthening your bowling or your batting? I don't think so. So this team looks good because of some names. Truthfully speaking, have they supplemented their retentions? I don't think so. And now you're looking at a case where I pretend if Sunil Narayan can't open the batting, then Tony Zorzi opens in place of him, and maybe Narayan could play at number 8, and Jared Kitzier could be playing at number 7. Because on that topic, I mentioned the four rounders. When Jared Kitty was playing the T20I series against India, he looked to be hitting the ball better than those four. So I think him batting at 7, despite signing those four all-rounders, then what have you really achieved by picking those players in terms of backups? I don't know. With no disrespect to them, I think picking them as supplementary players, if you've got a better, more reliable lineup, would be preferable. Then after number 5, you don't know what anyone's going to do. And when Sunil Narine is playing the IOT20, Taijul Islam could be brought in place of him at number 8. He's a defensive spinner. However, you've still got an offensive spinner in Noor Ahmed. So attacking Noor Ahmed, defensive Taijul Islam, defensive Aiden Markram, you can still get that 10 over chunk. But the fast bowling is going to be a lottery at home. The batting after Klaasen, and hopefully not including Klaasen, you don't know. Because of that, some of the other teams have not had good auctions, so this team still has a chance to qualify. But truthfully speaking, after the retentions, have they supplemented that? Well, I don't think so. So I think this team can qualify, but there's certainly a precariousness around the late order hitting and the fast bowling. Let's see how they go. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe, share with friends, and in my opinion, what's yours?